There's a moment right before the first pitch of a playoff game where everything feels different. The air is heavier, the lights of the stadium feel brighter, and the game, the same game these players have played their entire lives, suddenly means everything. Because this is where it all comes together. Every rep, every inning, every early morning workout, and every late night practice under the lights, the grind of a long season, all leading to this moment where one swing can change everything and one mistake can end it. This is postseason baseball in Texas, where pressure creates legends and opportunity doesn't knock twice, and sometimes the game gives you something you never saw coming. Just a few days ago, Denton Ryan believed that their season was finished. The uniforms were turned in. The chapter was closed. The final out had already been recorded in their minds. But baseball has a very funny way of rewriting stories, because tonight they're back in uniform, back on the field, and back with a second chance that most teams never get. A chance to step into the postseason and fight for something that was almost taken away. And standing across from them is Aledo, the standard of excellence, the reigning 5A Division I state champions, a program that doesn't chase championships, they expect them. Undefeated in district play, battle-tested, disciplined, a team that knows exactly what it takes to survive at this stage because they've done it before. One team fighting for a second life and one team defending a title. And now their paths are going to collide. Game 1 of a 3-game series, a trip to the area round of the playoffs on the line. This is where the journey back to Austin begins. Good evening, everyone, and welcome into postseason baseball here in North Texas. I'm Parker Burrows, and tonight we bring you Game 1 of the bi-district round as the Aledo Bearcats take on the Denton Ryan Raiders. First pitch is set for 7 p.m. with the pregame show already underway as we get you set for what should be an electric night of playoff baseball. You're listening live on NTX Varsity Sports, a worldwide ranch production, bringing you the biggest moments, the biggest games, and the stories that define high school sports across North Texas. And tonight, the path to Austin starts right here. More Aledo baseball when we come back from this quick break, live from the Highly Mazda Fort Worth broadcast table.
Looking for an SUV that just makes sense? The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is here at Highly Mazda of Fort Worth. Right now, get low APR financing like 2.9% for 36 months or 3.9% for 60 months. With standard all-wheel drive, premium design, and intuitive tech, the Mazda CX-5 delivers what matters most. And at Highly Mazda, it's no-nonsense buying, just top-notch service. Highly Mazda of Fort Worth or HighlyMazdaFW.com.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
Welcome back to the Highly Mazda Fort Worth broadcast table, where we are live tonight at Northwest High School in Justin, Texas, right down the street from Texas Motor Speedway, where there will be a race this weekend. So if it goes to a Game 3, it might be a little bit busier getting to Northwest, so make sure you count that in your travel plans. We're going to go through starting lineups here now for Denton Ryan. Batting first is number 1, Cooper Gonzalez, and he is the second baseman tonight. Batting second is number 11, Cole Bush, and he is your center fielder. Batting third, number 5, Jude Garrison, and he is your shortstop. Batting fourth is number 2, James Birchfield, and he is your right field tonight. Batting fifth, number 8, Brody Sullivan. He's going to be the pitcher and designated hitter tonight for the Denton Ryan Raiders. Batting sixth will be number 3, A.J. Humphreys. He is the catcher tonight for the Denton Ryan Raiders. So we'll see Humphreys behind the box there to take the pitches from Brody Sullivan. Batting seventh, number 14, Cesar Soto Acosta. And he is the first baseman tonight. Batting eighth, number 12, Colton Cogdell. And he is your third baseman tonight. And batting ninth for the Denton Ryan Raiders will be number 6, Jaden Vela. And he is your left fielder tonight for the Denton Ryan Raiders. Now for the Aledo Bearcat baseball program. They will be starting with number 10, Wilson Shinim. And he is the center fielder or left fielder tonight. Batting second, number 21, Luke Gladchuck. And he's the center fielder tonight. Batting third, number 8, Landon Barnes. And he's going to be your second baseman for the evening. Batting fourth for Aledo, number 24, Dylan Duran. He's going to be your third base. The designated hitter for Aledo tonight, batting fifth, will be number 30, Reed Huffman. Batting sixth for Aledo will be number 1, Will Casey. And he's your shortstop tonight for the Bearcats. Batting seventh is going to be number 4, Kyle Poindexter. He's going to be your right field. Batting eighth, number 2, Jackson Luce. And he's going to be the first baseman for the Bearcats. Batting ninth is going to be number 19, Connor Whitmore. And he's going to be the catcher tonight. So catcher for the Bearcats will be Connor Whitmore. And then not batting, but pitching is going to be number 3, Garrett Love. So number 23, Garrett Love, on the mound tonight for the Bearcats. And we'll see him take the mound momentarily as Aledo will be first up to bat. Denton Ryan now finishing up their warm-ups as we have 5 minutes to go before it reaches 7 o'clock. If you're really interested, in high school baseball, you're a high school baseball fan, it's something you love that time of the year, don't miss the final UIL state event of the year, the 2026 State Baseball Championships, taking place June 4th through June 6th at the Dell Diamond in Round Rock. For schedule, spectator, and ticket information, please visit uiltexas.org/baseball. Again, that was uiltexas.org/baseball to get your details for the state championship game coming up June 4th through June 6th in Round Rock. We're live here in Justin, Texas from the Hiley Mazda Fort Worth broadcast table. We'll be right back after this.
Looking for an SUV that just makes sense? The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is here at Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth. Right now, get low APR financing like 2.9% for 36 months or 3.9% for 60 months. With standard all-wheel drive, premium design, and intuitive tech, the Mazda CX-5 delivers what matters most. And at Hiley Mazda, it's no-nonsense buying, just top-notch service. Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth or HileyMazdaFW.com.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Looking for an SUV that just makes sense? The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is here at Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth. Right now, get low APR financing like 2.9% for 36 months or 3.9% for 60 months. With standard all-wheel drive, premium design, and intuitive tech, the Mazda CX-5 delivers what matters most. And at Hiley Mazda, it's no-nonsense buying, just top-notch service. Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth or HileyMazdaFW.com.
Welcome back to the Hiley Mazda broadcast table here live in Justin tonight. There is about a 20% chance of rain over the next 3 minutes, but other than that, hopefully no announcer's curse here. But it looks like the weather will hold out for this bi-district round of the playoff game that we have here tonight. Just a second ago, I talked a little bit about the story and how we kind of have an interesting matchup tonight. Rivals, Aledo and Denton Ryan, but more than that, Aledo, the reigning state champions, are now facing a team that has been given a new hope, that just a few days ago turned in their uniforms because they didn't make the playoff. Their season was over due to an eligibility issue on a team in Division II. That took out Colleyville Heritage and dropped them back down to Division II, which left that gap open in the Division I big school bracket, which has allowed Denton Ryan, fifth in their district, to come into the playoffs kind of with a new hope tonight, a team with nothing to lose, a team that had thought that these seniors thought that they played baseball with their teammates for the last time last week. We have 40 seconds until 7 o'clock. The Aledo baseball team is at the right foul pole, praying together right now before this game begins. Looks like the entire team's over there. They just concluded their team prayer. Denton Ryan now finishing their warm-ups. If you are here listening in and you wanted to listen in to the NTX Varsity Sports broadcast, which is proudly presented by 92.1 Hank FM, and our broadcast table is the Hiley Mazda Fort Worth broadcast table. But if you're here watching the game and listening in, you might not be hearing what you're seeing because there is about a 15 to 20 second delay. And we're going to watch the weather here as just a couple droplets start to fall down. Some kind of dark clouds there coming at us from the left, which is the direction that the wind's blowing. The wind is blowing hard and fast towards right field tonight. So we'll be watching that. It feels like 58 degrees. The wind's about 16 miles an hour with gusts that could be up to 15 to the west, which is right field. So right field here is towards the west. That means we are facing south. So center field, dead center would be south here tonight. The Aledo Bearcats wearing their classic white baseball uniforms tonight with the orange stripe down the side of the pants and the black lettering with the orange outline and their black hats. Denton Ryan has opted for their dark, deep blue uniforms with the red belt, tall red socks to match, and the red numbering around it. All right, it's 7:02 here. Both teams are, I think, finishing up their pregame conversations. We have a meeting with the entire Denton Ryan team happening right now. And there's the announcer coming on for the first time tonight. We are here at the bi-district playoff round between the Denton Ryan Raiders and the Aledo Bearcats. Very excited for this. A good-sized travel crowd here. It's a very nice stadium, a very nice turf field here in Northwest. Very impressed with how quickly we put this together. Because like I said, that eligibility issue happened yesterday. while Aledo was on the bus, Coach Barry had gotten the call. While Aledo was already on the bus, speaking of the coach, here he comes now to share the starting lineup with Denton Ryan. So we have the coaches now. Chad Berry and Chris Slovaka, the head coach for Denton Ryan, meeting with the umpires at the plate. Some really dark clouds on the horizon. Hopefully that kind of like heat bubble above the Texas Motor Speedway keeps that weather on the opposite side of us. I said it had a good a good travel crowd here, and that is kind of showing true for both sides. It's about, I'd say, 100, 125 Aledo fans here tonight, about 80 to 100 Denton Ryan fans. It's not a packed house, but it could be. So if you're on the way, drive safe. We'll have plenty of baseball for you tonight between these two programs. Coach is now shaking hands with the umpires. We're going to cut to break one last time as we'll have the national anthem coming up live from the Hiley Mazda Fort Worth broadcast table. Be right back with Aledo Bearcat baseball after this.
Looking for an SUV that just makes sense? The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is here at Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth. Right now, get low APR financing like 2.9% for 36 months or 3.9% for 60 months. With standard all-wheel drive, premium design, and intuitive tech, the Mazda CX-5 delivers what matters most. And at Hiley Mazda, it's no-nonsense buying, just top-notch service. Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth or HileyMazdaFW.com.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
As we now get ready for the national anthem, we're going through starting lineups right now. And I might have misspoke earlier. Denton Ryan has their helmets on, so it looks like they will be batting first, which would make them the away team. Batting first for the Bearcats is going to be number 10, Wilson Shanim. Shanim with a batting average of a 460, a 538 on-base percentage for his Bearcat teammates. He's one of the best pure hitters on the roster. He leads the team in hits with over 40. So we will be watching him lead off the Bearcats here shortly. Following him, the center fielder, Luke Gladchuk, number 21, has a batting average of 435 and an on-base percentage of a 532. 27 hits, 18 RBIs, one of the top bats on this team. So we'll see Gladchuk take the field now as his name's announced. Batting third is going to be Landon Barnes for the Bearcats with a 440 batting average, a 533 on-base percentage, and 37 hits with 30 RBIs. So we'll see them take the field shortly as they are running out to their positions with the starting lineup being called behind me. Very excited for that. And Aledo has even more fans that have started to trickle in. If you hear the crowd might kind of turn up tonight and me kind of go quiet, just I'll catch you right back up. I might be taking a sip of water or throwing a cough drop in. Those storms in North Texas have given me some allergies, so I might be sneezing. But I'll always recap you. So if I go quiet for a second, trust I will be right back. And here's the national anthem.
Let's play ball.
And with that, we're going to play some baseball here in Justin, Texas. It's 7:10. A little 10-minute delay for the starting lineups and the national anthem. And Aledo's already on the field, ready to strike defensively. Quick reminder, coming up to bat, we'll see leadoff batter number 1, Cooper Gonzalez. And he is going to be the second baseman tonight as he steps into the warm-up area, taking a couple last warm-up swings. The pitcher, Garrett Love, warming up with pitches well in the 80-mile-an-hour range. Love throwing another warm-up pitch, that one at 81 miles an hour. It's Thursday night postseason baseball, live at the Northwest Baseball Stadium here on ntxvarsitysports.com. Very excited to have you with us. Thank you for tuning in. We're live tonight from the Highly Mazda Fort Worth broadcast table, and this is proud to be part of our partnership with 92.1 Hank FM and 95.9 The Ranch. If you're just joining us, good evening. I'm Parker Burrows on behalf of NTX Varsity Sports, here live in Justin, Texas tonight, where the Aledo Bearcat baseball program will be taking on the Denton Ryan Raiders. 24 hours ago, the Raider season was over. Now, within 24 hours, back within their uniforms, we have Cooper Gonzalez walking up to the box and a last infield staff meeting happening between the infield staff for the Bearcats. Some high fives all around, especially there between Garrett Love and catcher Connor Whitmore. All right, it looks like we're set. Garrett Love on the mound, looking at Cooper Gonzalez in the box. And the first pitch of the game is a strike down the middle there. Love now winding up his pitch. There's a 90-mile-an-hour hard ball up and inside for ball number 1. Make it a 1-1 count now for Cooper Gonzalez. Some cheers here as the home plate umpire gets reset. A 1-1 count now for Gonzalez. Love's pitch is wound up. And there's strike number 2. Garrett Love back on the mound. Now getting ready to throw this pitch to Cooper Gonzalez. He's wound up and away on the outside. That's going to bring out ball number 2 to make it a 2-2 count. Cooper Gonzalez stepping back into the box now. Looking to take this pitch from Love. Love's wound up now, and the pitch is away. Gonzalez smacks that one. Is a little behind the swing, sending it straight into the ground on the left side of the foul line, heading towards third base, but bouncing on the foul side. That's going to keep him at a 2-2 count. Love now on the pitch to Gonzalez. Wound up. A big smack there. 90-mile-an-hour pitch from Love, straight to right field, pop up, and pulled out of the air by number 4, Kyle Poindexter. Poindexter with the first out of the game now for the Bearcats. That's going to bring out number 11, Cole Bush, the center fielder for the Denton Ryan Raiders. He gets set and stepping into the box now to take this pitch away from Love. His first at-bat of the night. And there's going to be ball number 1. A little low coming in over the plate there for Love. It's going to bring out a 1-0 count now for Bush as he steps back into the box. Love's pitch is wound up now and away. A big swing there from Cole Bush is going to put him at strike number 1 now for a 1-1 count. 1-1 as Cole Bush steps back into the box to take this pitch from Love. That one is smacked straight to second base, thrown to number 2. Jackson Lowe's. Nicely done there by number 8, Landon Barnes, to get over to that ball, scoop up the grounder, and throw it to first baseman Jackson Lowe's. That's going to bring out number 2. Now we have Jude Garrison stepping into the box. He gets a little bit of a foul ball there, bouncing off his bat behind him, letting him know he's swinging for it. Garrison stepping back into the box now. Take this pitch away from Love. Love's pitch is wound up now and away. On the outside, that's going to bring out That's going to bring out ball number 1 to make it a 1-1 count. Love now on the mound, winding up this pitch away to Garrison. And the pitch is gone. At 80 miles an hour, Garrett Love throws strike number 2. That one on the inside side of the strike zone. Garrison didn't want to get jammed up with it, but it was a clean strike. A 1-2 count now for Garrison. Pitches away, and a big swing there on a drop third. Tags the runner, and that's going to be the third out. And 1, 2, 3 up, 3 down for the Raiders is going to bring out the Aledo Bearcat offense for the first time tonight. Leading off, we'll see Wilson Shinem, number 10 for the Bearcats. We're live in Saginaw tonight. We're live in Justin, Texas tonight from the Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth broadcast table. Big thank you to our broadcast partner. As we're now entering the bottom of the first inning, I'm going to give you one quick message from our broadcast table sponsor, and then we'll be right back with the first at-bat of the Aledo Bearcats of this game. Back in 30 seconds.
Looking for an SUV that just makes sense? The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is here at Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth. Right now, get low APR financing like 2.9% for 36 months or 3.9% for 60 months. With standard all-wheel drive, premium design, and intuitive tech, The Mazda CX-5 delivers what matters most. And at Hiley Mazda, it's no-nonsense buying, just top-notch service. Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth or HileyMazdaFW.com.
Welcome back to the Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth broadcast table, where Wilson Shanim is warming up his last few warm-up swings before stepping into the box for the first time tonight. Shanim with a .460 batting average, a .538 on-base percentage, 40 hits, 35 runs, one of the best pure hitters on the roster. No question about why he's leading off for the Bearcats tonight. He leads the team on hits. He's very tough to strike out with only 5 strikeouts in 87 at-bats. He's in the box now. Sanim gets a hit. That one bounces straight to second base. Second base drops it. Wilson gets to first at his first pitch of the night. And that's going to put a Aledo Bearcat runner now on first base, which is going to put a lot of pressure on this pitcher, Brody Sullivan. Brody Sullivan, as he gets back on the mound for his second batter of the night. Luke Gladchuk with a foul ball behind him. Wanted a piece of that one. Gladchuk, number 21. .435 batting average, .532 on-base percentage. Wilson Sanim gets the ball thrown back towards him at first base. Pitcher didn't like the leadoff he was taking and asked him kindly to get back to his base. And a big swing there from number 1, Luke Gladchuk. It's going to bring out strike number 2. An 0-2 count now for Gladchuk, as he steps back into the box. The pitch from the Raider wound up and away. That one on the outside. That's going to bring out ball number 1 to make it a 1-2 count. A 1-2 count now for Luke Gladchuk as he steps back into the box. And a smack there. Sails right to the Aledo dugout. And that's going to be a foul ball to keep him alive. Gladchuk now with a 1-2 count. He's in the box, looking to take this pitch. Big swing there from Gladchuk. It's going. It's dropping. It lands fair, hits the left field wall, and that's going to send Wilson Shin to third base as he almost rounded the bag, was told to head back to third. That's going to be a double for Gladchuk. Up to bat next is going to be number 8, Landon Barnes. Landon Barnes with a .440 batting average, a .533 on-base percentage, getting ready to step into the box now with a runner on second and third thanks to the efforts of Gladchuk. Barnes stepping into the box to take this pitch away from Brody Sullivan. Sullivan wound up on the outside there, throws ball number 1 to make it a 1-0 count. Aledo with no outs here in the bottom of the first, with a runner on third and second. There's going to be ball number 2. That one on the outside as well, high and on the outside. Barnes was not going to reach for it. He didn't like it, and he saw it come down all the way, and he knew it was going on that high side. Sullivan now shaking off some pitches from his catcher. Finds one he likes, throws it. A big swing there from Barnes is going to bring out strike number 1 to make it a 2-1 count. Brody Sullivan now back on the mound, winding up. His pitch to Barnes is away. Barnes with a hit. That one sailing out of the field of play behind him and to the right side. The side of the field where the wind is blowing the hardest. There to the west. We're facing south. So it's blowing towards right field. We got a timeout call by the home plate umpire. And we're back and resuming play. here in the bottom of the first with the runner on second and third. Landon Barnes takes this pitch from Sullivan. And there's going to be ball number 3. Landon Barnes telling Wilson Shanim, stay on third base. It wasn't quite time yet. There is, I don't know if you hear that, a massive Amazon plane flying over leaving from Alliance. And a hit there from Barnes. Sends Shim to first. Barnes called safe at first. Barnes' hit sailed past the shortstop straight to center field. Center fielder throwing. Didn't make it in time to get Barnes out with a single and an RBI there. That's going to be his 31st RBI of the season. Sending Wilson Shinham in home and putting Goodchuck on third. We now have a timeout being called by the head coach for the Raiders, Chris Slovaka. Chris is having a quick meeting with his catcher, number 3, A.J. Humphreys, and the pitcher, Brody Sullivan. You know, Madison Humphreys from Denton, I wonder, she's a famous TikToker if you don't know her. I wonder if that's her brother. I think she has a brother. Thanks for letting me talk to myself as this timeout by Coach Slovaka comes to a close. Brody Sullivan remains on the mound, number 8. A.J. Humphreys back in his spot behind the plate, ready to take on the pitches from Sullivan. And that's going to bring out for the Bearcats, number 24, Dylan Duran, as he steps into the box. Duran with a .338 batting average, looking to take this pitch from Sullivan. As Sullivan throws towards Barnes at first base. Duran with a .467 on-base percentage gets a smack hit. Falls in left field. And that's going to send number 21, Gladchuck, home. And it's going to send Barnes to third and Durand to first, marking the second Aledo Bearcat run and their third hit of the night so far. That's going to bring up Reed Huffman, the designated hitter, number 30, as he takes strike number 1. Huffman with a .349 batting average, a .474 on-base percentage with 15 hits, 12 RBIs, has 2 runners, one at first, one at third now. And a hit there from Huffman, a little late on the pitch, sends it behind him into the backstop net. That's going to make it an 0-2 count now for Huffman. Sullivan now on the mound, throwing a little high there. Is going to bring out ball number 1 for Reed Huffman. A 1-2 count now. Reed Huffman back in the box to take this pitch from Sullivan. A high pitch there. Had to drop to it, but didn't drop soon enough. It's going to bring out ball number 2. Good framing there at the end of that pitch by A.J. Humphreys. Had me convinced it might have been a strike. Brody Sullivan now on the mound. Pitches away on the outside. That's going to bring out ball number 3. Make it a full count now for Reed Huffman. After 2 foul balls, that's going to make it a 3-2 count. And Sullivan throwing towards Duran at first, letting him know he didn't like his leadoff. That's part of being on the offense, though, is getting in the head of these pitchers. Sullivan's pitch is away, and that's going to bring out ball number 4 to make it bases loaded for number 1, Will Casey. Will Casey with a .351 batting average, a .452 on-base percentage, has 27 hits, 22 RBIs. He's one of the strongest run-producing shortstops with 22 RBIs. He steps into the box now with an inside pitch, almost hitting him. That's going to bring out ball number 1. We'll listen in to the crowd cam here. Will Casey got a ball that popped up and caught by the second baseman. He got thrown out at first, but it did send in a Aledo Bearcats runner to make it 3 runs here in the bottom of the first. That's going to bring out number 4, Kyle Poindexter, who has a .347 batting average, as he takes ball number 1. Poindexter, .347 batting average, .425 on base percentage. He's one of the strongest run producers, 25 hits, 23 RBIs. Kyle Poindexter has a perfect 1.00 fielding percentage. He does have strike number 1 there with a big swing to make it a 2-1 count. Kyle Poindexter now stepping back into the box with an inside pitch there. Into the dirt, it was a ball, and that's gonna allow number 24, Dylan Duran, to run home. That's going to be the 4th run there from Duran. The ball thrown by Brody Sullivan, a little low, bouncing into the dirt, or turf rather, and sailing behind him, allowing for Duran to run from third base to home. Reed Huffman now on third base. Kyle Poindexter takes a big swing there, but that's going to bring out strike number 2. Now for a full count for Poindexter. Poindexter with a hit that's sailing towards left field. Pop-up caught. Reed Huffman does come in to score. And that isn't out there by Kyle Poindexter, as his pop-up is caught by the left fielder. But that does put in Reed Huffman, and that's going to bring out number 2, Jackson Lowe, as he takes ball number 1. Jackson Lowe's .228 batting average, a .459 on base percentage, takes ball number 2. An inside pitch there from Sullivan is going to bring out ball number 3. Make it a 3-0 count now for Jackson Lowe. And there's ball number 4. And that's going to put a Aledo runner back on the bag. In a game where Aledo has already scored 5 runs here in the bottom of the first. And that's going to bring out number 19, the bottom of the lineup, Connor Whitmore. Connor Whitmire with a .340 batting average, a .475 on base percentage. Takes ball number 1 from Brody Sullivan. Sullivan now winding up on the mound to throw this ball to Whitmire. An inside pitch there, almost hitting him at the knees, is going to bring out ball number 1 to make it a 1-1 count. Let's listen in. Whitmire fouling behind him. It's going to bring out strike number 2. And a ball thrown there, a little low for Whitmire. He didn't like it. And that's going to be ball number 2 to make it a 2-2 count. We got some deuces here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for Whitmire. An outside pitch there is thrown, make ball number 3. If I turn this crowd mic up, do you hear that? You hear those engines roaring in the background? I don't know if you can hear it or not. The NASCARs are racing around Texas Motor Speedway right now. I think it's practice. And there's ball number 4 for Whitmire. That's going to put a runner on first and second. But you can hear from Northwest High School Baseball Stadium the NASCARs driving around Texas Motor Speedway. That's kind of crazy. That's going to bring up number 10, Wilson Sinham, as he gets ready for his second at-bat of the game. Sinham now back in the box for the second time at the bottom of the first. Now with a runner on first and second. And Sullivan throws ball number 1. It's going to make it a 1-0 count now for Sinham. And there's a ball thrown high over the middle, but it was a little high at his eye level. That's going to bring out ball number 2. No 2 count now. A big swing there from Wilson Sinham. That's going to bring out strike number 1. He was a little below the pitch. Make it a 2-1 count now. Wilson getting some encouragement as he takes a high inside pitch for ball number 3. That wind picking up towards right field. And a foul ball there for Wilson Sinham is going to bring out strike number 2 to make it a full count now for Brody Sullivan as he's back on the mound getting ready to take on this full count, which could send us to the top of the second. And then instead, we get ball number 4 to make it bases loaded for Luke Gladchuk, who is going to come out for his second at-bat of the night. Luke, who had a good first at-bat, coming home himself the last at-bat. We have the bases loaded now. Luke Gladchuk stepping up into the box. Pitches away, and that's going to bring out ball number 1 for Gladchuk. Here in the bottom of the first. Gladchuk fouls behind him. A little late on that swing. Didn't like the way it looked. Hesitated. Swung a little late. Brody Sullivan now shaking off pitches from his catcher. Finds what he likes and nails Luke Gladchuk in the shoulder. And that's going to be another run there for the Bearcats. That one is going to send Gladchuk to first. He wore that one pretty hard. But that's going to bring out number 8, Landon Barnes. And we'll see number 8, Landon Barnes, come to bat soon enough. Looks like Coach Chris Slovaka has called an audible. Brody Sullivan stepping off of the mound and sending in what appears to be number 11, Cole Bush. It is number 11. Cole Bush now on the mound. Number 13, I'm sorry. Number 13, Jacob De La Rosa. Jacob De La Rosa now on the mound, warming up his pitches to A.J. Humphreys.
Now pitching for the Denton Ryan Raiders, number 13, Jacob De La Rosa.
Now with De La Rosa warming up, we have Landon Barnes on standby, talking with Chad Berry down the third base line. It will be bases loaded once we get warmed up. Live from the Highly Mazda Fort Worth broadcast table here in Justin, Texas tonight. We're going to be right back after this.
Looking for an SUV that just makes sense? The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is here at Highly Mazda of Fort Worth. Right now, get low APR financing like 2.9% for 36 months or 3.9% for 60 months. With standard all-wheel drive, premium design, and intuitive tech, the Mazda CX-5 delivers what matters most. And at Highly Mazda, it's no-nonsense buying, just top-notch service. Highly Mazda of Fort Worth or HighlyMazdaFW.com.
With 2 outs and bases loaded, Landon Barnes now steps up to the box to take this first pitch from De La Rosa. Rosa on the outside throws ball number 1 to Barnes. Reminder, These Denton Ryan Raiders have not had a practice in over a week as they thought their season had concluded last week. But due to an eligibility issue in the lower Division II bracket, there's ball number 2 for Barnes, that saw a Division II school disqualified, dropped Colleyville Heritage, who was supposed to play Aledo last night, down to Division II, which allowed Denton Ryan to come in to the spot here. A hit there from Barnes. An error from De La Rosa. Can't pick up the ball. It does send a runner home now for Aledo. And that's going to be in the second error of the bottom of the first for Aledo. That one from De La Rosa. That does make us now 7-0. Stepping into the box now to take this pitch from De La Rosa is Dylan Duran. Duran on the pitch. Lights it up, sends it to left field. The left fielder racing, being called off by the shortstop. It's a pop-up and pulled down by the shortstop, Jude Garrison. Jude Garrison pulling that one out of the sky to send us to the top of the second inning. The bottom of the first saw the Aledo Bearcats score 7 runs, 3 hits, and caused the Denton Ryan Raiders to have 2 errors. We're live in Justin, Texas, as the NASCARs race behind us at Texas Motor Speedway at Northwest High School Baseball Fields. We're live tonight from the Hiley Mazda Fort Worth broadcast table, and doing this in partnership with 92.1 Hank FM and 95.9 The Ranch. The NTXVarsitySports.com is proud to be a member of Worldwide Ranch. Here, live in Justin, from the Hiley Mazda Fort Worth broadcast table. We'll be right back at the top of the second inning after this.
Looking for an SUV that just makes sense? The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is here at Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth. Right now, get low APR financing like 2.9% for 36 months or 3.9% for 60 months. With standard all-wheel drive, premium design, and intuitive tech, the Mazda CX-5 delivers what matters most. And at Hiley Mazda, it's no-nonsense buying, just top-notch service. Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth or HileyMazdaFW.com.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
To start the inning for the Raiders, number 2, James Birchfield, lines up to take this pitch from Love as he steps into the box for the first time tonight. Love's pitch is wound up and away. Fouled there by Birchfield, and that's going to bring out strike number 1. He's a little late on the pitch there and a little low on the bat. We saw him get jammed up and send it behind him. An 0-1 count now from Love. And a big swing there from Birchfield to bring out strike number 2 for an 0-2 count. Garrett Love now on the mound, getting ready to wind up this pitch and send it away to Birchfield. Birchfield hits that one hard behind him to the left side now, a little early. But that's going to bring out strike number 2, or keep us at strike number 2 for an 0-2 count now from Birchfield. And a high pitch there from Love. Doesn't drop soon enough. A nasty curve on that one. And that's going to bring out ball number 1. A 1-2 count now for Birchfield as he steps back into the box to take this pitch from Love. On the mound, the pitch is wound up and away. On the inside there, Birchfield jumping into the air to dodge that. That's going to bring out ball number 2 from Love. A 2-2 count now for Birchfield as he steps back into the box. Love's pitch is wound up, and the pitch is away. That one sailing on the inside over the catcher's mitt, is going to bring out ball number 3 to make it a full count. A 3-2 count now for James Birchfield as he gets ready to step back into the box, going through his pre-bat ritual. Kind of a habit if you're at a full count. Birchfield now signals he's ready. Love's pitch is wound up and hit by Birchfield. That one sending it behind him high into the backstop net. That's going to bring out another foul ball to keep us at a 3-2 count. UIL baseball requires a full 4.5 innings played, even if you're leading by 10. So we'll see if that takes effect here. And a hit there from Birchfield is fouled off. And that's going to leave us with the 3-2 count. Birchfield swinging. He's talking to his coach down there on the third base line, Chris Slavaka. Birchfield stepping into the box, getting some encouragement from the fans that have traveled from Denton to be here tonight. The inside pitch there from Love is going to bring out ball number 4 and allow James Birchfield to take his base. That's going to put a Denton Ryan Raider runner on first base. That's going to bring out number 8, Brody Sullivan. Sullivan, who just pitched a long bottom of the first. Ended up ultimately getting subbed out with De La Rosa. But he's the designated hitter tonight as he steps into the box. Brody Sullivan now looking to take this pitch from Love. And there's strike number 1. Strike number 1 from Love to Brody Sullivan. And there's ball or strike. An outside strike call there against Sullivan is going to bring out an 0-2 count. Some disagreement there from the Denton Ryan Raider fans. Love's pitch is now wound up and away to Sullivan. Sullivan smacks that one. Third base racing to try and get the fly. It falls outside of the field of play. Good hustle there by the third baseman, Dylan Duran, to try and pull that one out of the air. It just was too far on the out of the field of play for him to take care of that. Brody Sullivan stepping back into the box now to take this pitch from Love. Love sending it to first base, trying to tag James Birchfield out at first to no avail. Birchfield makes it back to first base with plenty of time to spare and resumes his leadoff. Brody Sullivan now with an 0-2 count steps back into the box. And Love nodding at the pitch call from his catcher. Calls a ball to some disagreement. That's going to bring out ball number 1 to make it a 1-2 count. Home plate umpire now getting a restock of baseballs as he had ran out. With an 0-2 count, a 1-2 count now. 1-2 count for Brody Sullivan. Take this pitch from Love. Sullivan nodding, sends it away. Hit there from Brody Sullivan. Bounces. And the gap between shortstop and left field is going to be a single for Brody Sullivan. Some cheers there from his fans as he hits a single, which does allow James Birchfield to get to second. Now up to bat is going to be number 3, the catcher, A.J. Humphreys. Humphreys now stepping into the box. Take this pitch from Love. Love's pitch wound up and away. Big swing there from A.J. Humphreys. No connection. It's going to bring out strike number 1 for an 0-1 count. The Bearcats looking to continue their perfect season run here as reigning state champions. The Raiders happy to be playing some more softball with their teammates. Love's pitch wound up. Big swing there from Humphreys is going to bring out strike number 2. An 0-2 count now. No outs here in the top of the second. A.J. Humphreys stepping back into the box with his 0-2 count to take this pitch away from Love. And there's strike 3 to strike out A.J. Humphreys. That's going to bring out number 1. The Raiders still with a runner on first and second.
Up next for the Raiders, number 14.
That's going to bring out number 14, Cesar Acosta Soto. Your first baseman for the Raiders steps into the box now. Take this pitch away from Love. Love is winding up now. Looking at the runners on first and second, the pitch is thrown. And there's going to be ball number 1 from Love. Acosta Soto stepping back into the box here. Love's pitch is wound up and away. On the outside, that's going to bring out ball number 2. A 2-0 count now for Garrett Love. Love stepping off the mound, stretching his shoulder, getting reset. Steps back onto the mound, nods at a pitch call from his catcher, and it looks like the pitch is away. And that's going to bring out ball number 3 for Cesar Acosta Soto. The 3-0 count now as Love steps back off the mound, takes a lap around it, stretches a little bit, gets back up. Love now winding up to throw this pitch. An inside pitch there, thrown for ball number 4 to make you bases loaded for number 12, Colton Cogdell. Colton Cogdell, the third baseman. As we see a quick meeting happening between Connor Whitmire, the catcher, and Garrett Love, as they call a timeout. They're talking with each other. Whitmire giving Love a knuckle tap real quick. They're smiling together. And I think that's, part of what makes a good catcher and pitching pair so important is you can call a quick timeout, go talk to them and say, hey, it's the bye district round, man. Let's have some fun. The pitch now from Love to Cogdell. There's strike number 1, hard and fast, down the middle. No question on what kind of pitch that was. Fastball down the middle from Love to Cogdell. Make it an 0-1 count. Pitch number 2 is on its way. And there's strike number 2. That one, again, not a lot of tricks to that. Just hard and fast. Landing in the middle of the strike zone for strike number 2 from Love to Cogdell. Love winding up now. Throw the ball to Whitmire. And a big swing there from Cogdell to bring out number 2. A strikeout from Love. That's going to send out number 6, Jaden Vela. So sorry. Jaden Vela. I don't know what just happened. Number 6, Jaden Vela, stepping into the box now to take this pitch away from Love. Garrett Love nodding at a pitch call from Whitmire. Love winding up the pitch is away, and that one is smacked by Vela, thrown by the second baseman to first, and a forced tag out at first base sends us to the bottom of the second. Nicely done there by the second baseman, Landon Barnes, to get that ball to first base to Jackson Lowe's. We're here in Justin, Texas at the Northwest High School Baseball Stadium, broadcasting live from the Hiley Mazda Fort Worth broadcast table, and we'll be right back after this.
Looking for an SUV that just makes sense? The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is here at Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth. Right now, get low APR financing like 2.9% for 36 months or 3.9% for 60 months. With standard all-wheel drive, premium design, and intuitive tech, the Mazda CX-5 delivers what matters most. And at Hiley Mazda, it's no-nonsense buying, just top-notch service. Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth or HileyMazdaFW.com.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic
To start the inning, bottom of the second for the Bearcats is going to be number 30, Reed Huffman. Huffman now takes a ball on the outside from number 13, Jacob De La Rosa. Reed Huffman with a hit there, sailing, bouncing next to shortstop, not able to be picked up. Is going to put Huffman now on first for the Bearcats.
For the Bearcats, number 1, Will Casey.
That's going to go in as an error for the Raiders, as I think it bounced out of the glove of shortstop. Next up to bat is Will Casey as he takes ball number 1 from De La Rosa. Will Casey with Reed Huffman on first. On the pitch from De La Rosa. Gets a hit. That's sailing out of the field of play on the left side. A little bit early there, but a big hit. If he could straighten it out, I think that would have been good at 3:10. Timeout called by Will Casey as he steps out of the box. That foul ball making it a 1-1 count. Casey now back in the box to take this pitch from De La Rosa. And an outside pitch is thrown to bring out ball number 2. A 2-0 count now for Casey. And a big smack there. Thrown to second, thrown to first. It's a double play. No. Called safe at first is Casey, saying that the first baseman wasn't completely on the bag. We're having a quick conversation now between head coach Chris Slavaka and the infield umpire, because Slavaka does not agree that Casey should be safe. Slavaka now getting a meeting between the infield umpire and the home plate, asking the home plate umpire what he saw. called out at first after a ruling by the home plate umpire. That's going to bring out number 2 for the Bearcats. A double play there from second baseman Cooper Gonzalez to shortstop Jude Garrison at second. Garrison then to Cesar Acosta Soto, the first baseman. It was a 4 + 6 + 3 = 2. Next up to bat after that double play is Poindexter as he takes ball number 1 from De La Rosa. He gets a foul ball. That one sailing popped up to the right side out of the field of play. That foul ball is going to make it a 1-1 count now for Poindexter. There's strike number 2. Some disagreement from Aledo on that strike call as it was a little low and on the outside. That's going to make it a 1-2 count now. A hit there from Poindexter. Sends it to right field. That's going to put Kyle Poindexter on first base.
Up next for the Bearcats, number 2, Jackson Lois.
And that's going to send out number 2, Jackson Lowe's. Number 2, Jackson Lowe's, the first baseman, stepping into the box now. He's got Poindexter on first. Poindexter with a healthy leadoff. Running, sliding into second. Tagged out at second is Poindexter. And that's going to send us to the top of the third. We had one error on the Denton Ryan Raiders there at the top of the, or bottom of the second. But we also had a double play and a good throw there from A.J. Humphreys to get the runner in the form of Kyle Poindexter out at second base. When we get back, we're going to be at the top of the third, broadcasting here in Justin live from the Hiley Mazda Fort Worth broadcast table. We'll be right back after this.
Looking for an SUV that just makes sense? The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is here at Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth. Right now, get low APR financing like 2.9% for 36 months or 3.9% for 60 months. With standard all-wheel drive, premium design, and intuitive tech, the Mazda CX-5 delivers what matters most. And at Hiley Mazda, it's no-nonsense buying, just top-notch service. Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth or HileyMazdaFW.com.
Welcome back to the Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth broadcast table, where we are entering the top of the third. And in a game that was all defined by the first inning so far, where Aledo scored 7 runs in the bottom of the first, was held to 0 in the bottom of the second. Denton Ryan still shaking off some of the dust that might have been left on their uniforms after putting them up a week ago. With no practices, 24 hours to prepare, Denton Ryan just held reigning state champion, the Aledo Bearcats, to no runs in the bottom of the second. Now stepping up to bat for the Raiders is going to be number 1, Cooper Gonzalez, as he steps up to take this pitch away from Garrett Love. And there's ball number 1 from Love. A little on the outside there. Cooper Gonzalez did not want to reach for that one. Love now on the pitch, winding up and away. That's going to bring out ball number 2. That one just a little bit too high. Again, the umpire didn't like it. Neither did Cooper Gonzalez. Gonzalez now back into the box to take this third pitch of his second at bat. That one low and in the dirt before it crosses the home plate. So that's going to be ball number 3 thrown from Love to Gonzalez. A 3-0 count now. Gonzalez enjoying the spot that he's been put in as he steps back into the box. The pitch from Love, wound up, is away. And there's going to be an inside strike number 1. Some disagreement from the Denton Ryan side. That inside strike is going to make it a 3-1 count. With an outside and low pitch, that's going to bring out ball number 4 and send Cooper Gonzalez to first base. That sends out to bat number 11, Cole Bush.
Up next for the Raiders, number 11, Cole Bush.
Cole Bush now getting ready to step into the box. Now with a runner on first. Cole Bush now. To take this pitch from Love. Love is winding up. The pitch is back and away. And there's a late swing there by Cole Bush. Sends the ball behind him into the net. That's going to bring out strike number 1 for Bush. Love now back on the mound, getting ready to throw. Pitch number 2 to Bush. Nodding at his call from Whitmire. Bush swinging at it, does send that one behind him as well. And that's going to bring out strike number 2. An 0-2 count now for Cole Bush, the center fielder for this Denton Ryan Raider team. There's going to be ball number 1. That one thrown on the outside from Love. That's going to bring out a 1-2 count now for Cole Bush. With Cooper Gonzalez leading off of first base, Cole Bush steps back into the box. And there's strike number 3 thrown by Love. That's going to bring out number 1 for the Bearcats here at the top of the 3rd. Up next for the Raiders is going to be number 5, Jude Garrison, the shortstop, as he steps into the box to take this pitch from Love. A hard pitch there, 85-mile-an-hour curveball from Garrett Love is going to bring out strike number 1. Impressive strike there from Love as Jude Garrison steps back into the box now to take his second pitch of this at-bat. That one a high, flying 76-mile-an-hour ball. Just a little high. I think it was supposed to be a curveball, but didn't drop or curve back into the strike zone in time. That's going to bring out strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A throw from Love to his first baseman, Jackson Lowe's, as he was trying to tag out Cooper Gonzalez there. Didn't like his leadoff on first. Garrett Love now with the pitch hit out of the field of play by Jude Garrison. I think he was a little early there, so went out the right side, right field of play exit. Foul ball to keep him at a 1-2 count. Jude Garrison stepping back into the box now. His second at-bat of the night. Garrison looking to take this pitch away from Love. Lets Love know if he puts it back in that strike zone, he's going to be smacking it. He did get a foul ball there. That one's sailing towards the Aledo dugout. That's going to keep him at that 1-2 count. As Jude Garrison tries to make a statement, steps back into the box to take this pitch from Garrett Love. Love's pitch is wound up and away. That one is hit. 85-mile-an-hour fastball hit straight to right field. Caught by the right fielder, number 4, Kyle Poindexter, as he pulls that one out of the sky. That's going to bring out number 2. And that's going to bring up number 2, James Birchfield, the right fielder, as he steps into the box to take this pitch from Garrett Love. That's strike number 1 from Love. Love now back on the mound, nodding at a call from Whitmire. Winding up, and the pitch is away. That one on the outside. Called a strike because of the swing. That's going to bring out strike number 2 for Birchfield. That one caught off a grounder, thrown underhand from Love to Jackson Lowe's at first. That's going to bring out number 3. Very quick reaction there from Garrett Love. That ball hit very fast, bounced off the ground above Love's head. He stuck his glove out to snag it out of the air and then jogged over to first base to make sure he could underhand toss it to Jackson Lowe, who then got the force out at first. That's going to send us to the bottom of the 3rd inning here in Justin, where we are live from the Northwest baseball fields at the Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth broadcast table. We're going to be right back after this.
Looking for an SUV that just makes sense? The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is here at Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth. Right now, get low APR financing like 2.9% for 36 months or 3.9% for 60 months. With standard all-wheel drive, premium design, and intuitive tech, the Mazda CX-5 delivers what matters most. And at Hiley Mazda, it's no-nonsense buying, just top-notch service. Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth or HileyMazdaFW.com.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back to the Hiley Mazda Fort Worth broadcast table, live in Justin, Texas tonight from Northwest Baseball Stadium. Now batting for the Aledo Bearcats, leading off here in the bottom of the 3rd is going to be number 2, Jackson Lowe's. He takes strike number 1. Lowe's with a .228 batting average, a .459 on-base percentage. Has 18 runs, 5 stolen bases. He draws walk at a high level with 24 free walks. Takes ball number 1 there. He knew he didn't like that one. He was already kind of leaning back on an outside ball there to make sure he didn't reach for it. Now De La Rosa back on the mound to throw this ball to Lowe's. Lowe's with a hit. That one sailing over the head of shortstop to left field. Lowe's rounds first and decides to head back and stay at first base to get a single. That ball heading straight for the outfield, and that's going to send up number 19, Connor Whitmire, the catcher for these Bearcats. Whitmire with a .340 batting average, a .475 on-base percentage, has 16 hits and 15 RBIs. And there's going to be ball number 1 for Whitmire. A 1-0 count now as he steps back into the box. He looks ready. Wound up, and the pitch from De La Rosa is away. There's strike number 1 for Whitmire. To make it a 1-1 count now. As he gets ready to take pitch number 3 of this at-bat. High ball there. It's flying towards left field. Attempted with a big hustle from the left fielder, but to no avail. It drops foul, and Whitmire is going to return back to the plate with a 1-2 count. Really big hustle there, though, from the Denton Ryan Raider left field. As he kind of slid into that one, laying on the line, sliding on turf. Not always the most fun. The pitch from De La Rosa now to Whitmire. A high ball thrown there. Didn't drop in time for Whitmire. Take a swing at it. That's going to make it a 2-2 count. And a big swing there from Whitmire. Strike number 3. That's going to bring out number 1 of the bottom of the third. Really nicely done there by A.J. Humphreys to pop up and throw that ball back to first to try to get Lowe's out at first, but Lowe's got there in time to avoid the sweeping tag. That's going to bring up number 10. Back to the top of the lineup, Wilson Sanem. This is going to be Sanem's 3rd at-bat of the night. Wilson with a .460 batting average. Gets a hit. That one sailing to the right side of foul. Denton Ryan trying to run and grab the ball. The right fielder runs straight into the chain link fence. I hope he's okay. That was the first baseman. The first baseman trying to run over and grab that foul ball out of the air. Ran straight into that right field chain link fence, thinking he could kind of run into the ball. He was looking up and I guess didn't feel the warning tracks beneath of him. Looked like it hurt. I hope he's okay. An 0-2 count now for Wilson Sanem. And that big strike there is going to make it strike number 3. Bring out number 2 for Wilson Sanem. Still with a runner on first. That's going to bring out number 21, Luke Gladchuk. Luke Gladchuk with 435 batting average and a .532 on base percentage. Had a good first at bat. This is his 3rd. He gets a foul ball. It sails to the left side. Rolls a little bit towards third base to make it an 0-1 count. He really wants to get a piece of it. It is getting a little bit colder, and the wind is starting to pick up a little bit to right field. And the home plate umpire requesting a new baseball gets one opened out of the package and handed to him by the Aledo trainer. And he looks ready to play some more baseball or be the official. This official group is out of the Alliance branch, so North Texas umpires coaching this North Texas game. Pitch from De La Rosa. Called strike on Gladchuk. That's going to bring out strike number 2 for an 0-2 count. Luke Gladchuk now back in the box with an 0-2 count. Gets a smack. That one sailing to the foul side of left field. The third baseman trying. Pop up, and it is caught by the Denton Ryan third baseman, Colton Cogdell. as he hustled over there to the foul side of third base to make sure he caught that pop-up fly. That's going to bring us to the top of the fourth, where we're starting to see, I think, a little precipitation. I hope it holds out, because we have plenty more baseball to come, it seems like. Back at the Hiley Mazda Fort Worth broadcast table, live here in Justin at the Northwest Baseball Fields after this.
Looking for an SUV that just makes sense? The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is here at Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth. Right now, get low APR financing like 2.9% for 36 months or 3.9% for 60 months. With standard all-wheel drive, premium design, and intuitive tech, the Mazda CX-5 delivers what matters most. And at Hiley Mazda, it's no-nonsense buying, just top-notch service. Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth or HileyMazdaFW.com.
If you're a fan of high-quality high school baseball, make sure that you do not miss the final UIL state event of the year, the 2026 State Baseball Championships, taking place June 4th through June 6th at the Dell Diamond in Round Rock. For schedule, spectator, and ticket information, please visit uiltexas.org/baseball. Again, that's uiltexas.org/baseball. Happy to be broadcasting this bi-district round of the UIL playoffs here in 5A D1 bracket. We're here in Region 1, where Whitmire and Love are warming up. We have a little infield staff meeting taking place as we see what appears to be, sorry, I'm waiting for him to turn, number 8, Brody Sullivan, the designated hitter. The designated hitter for the Denton Ryan Raiders, stepping up and is getting ready to go back into the box. I think this is going to be his third at-bat of the night for Sullivan. His second at-bat of the night. Sorry about that. Here at the top of the fourth, where Sullivan stepping back into the box to take this pitch from Love after a strikeout his first time out. Takes an inside pitch. That's going to bring out ball number 1. A 1-0 count now for Sullivan as he gets ready to go. And there's strike 1 for Sullivan to make it a 1-1 count. Love's pitch is away, high on the inside, and that's going to be ball number 2. It's kind of at his collarbone. Sullivan kind of leaning out of that one. Sullivan now back on the mound, or back in the box to take this pitch from Love. Love's pitch wound up, is away, smacked by Sullivan, straight to center field, running, drops before the center fielder could get to it. That's going to be a single for Sullivan. That's going to put Brody Sullivan on first base. A solid single there. And that's going to bring out number 3, A.J. Humphreys, as he gets ready to step into the box here. Madison, if you're watching, Madison Humphreys, I would love a lush blanket. The pitch from Love to Humphreys is wound up now. Garrett Love sends the pitch away. A high pitch. Nice framing there from Whitmire to try to frame it very quickly, but doesn't work out. It's going to be ball number 1 for Humphreys. A 1-0 count now as Humphreys steps into the box for his second time of the night. The pitch from Love is wound up and away. Big swing there from A.J. Humphreys. Does going to result in a strike 1 to make it a 1-1 count. A 1-1 count now for Humphreys as Love throws it back to Brody Sullivan at first. Love didn't like the leadoff he had, asking him to return to his bag. I think these leadoffs are starting to get in the mind of Garrett Love just a little. The pitch from Garrett Love now to A.J. Humphreys. Humphreys gets a hit. That goes. Tagged out at second is Sullivan. Tagged out at first. A double play for the Bearcats after the grounder to shortstop from Humphreys. Brody Sullivan. Brody Sullivan getting tagged out at second base as he was running. And that's going to be tagged out for A.J. Humphreys. We now have Cesar Acosta Soto stepping into the mound as he takes a big strike number one from Love. Love throwing a hard and fast pitch down the middle that time. No questions about that one being a strike. Love now on the pitch. That one a little bit high. The umpire shaking it off as a ball. That's going to bring out a 1-1 count now for Soto. There's, some disagreement there from the Aledo side. It's called a ball. And a hit there from Soto. Straight to right field. Is up in the air and caught by Poindexter. That's going to send us here to the bottom of the fourth. If Aledo can score 3 runs, this could be the last time we see Aledo at bat tonight. If they can score 3 runs here in the top of the fourth. We'll keep you with us here as we get ready. It looks like number 13, Jacob De La Rosa, is going to stay on the mound tonight as he pitches to number 17, to warm up. As A.J. Humphreys has to put on his catching gear still. Aledo having their staff meeting in front of the dugout, talking about offensive strategy here. As it looks like we have number 8, Landon Barnes, who's going to be the next batter to lead off the bottom of the fourth. It's really crazy that you can hear the NASCARs in the distance. I mean, we are only about 1.5 miles from Texas Motor Speedway right now. I don't think I realized how truly loud those vehicles are. I mean, I know, I've been there. I've been to multiple races, but like I meant like from far away. Like you can still hear the cars over all the way over here at Northwest. That's kind of crazy. As the Denton Ryan Raiders take an infield staff meeting, here comes Landon Barnes, number 8. The second baseman, as he gets ready to step into the box for what's going to be his 3rd at-bat of the night. Landon Barnes, now to take this pitch from De La Rosa, steps into the box. Number 8. An outside pitch there from De La Rosa is going to bring out ball number 1.
Now batting for the Bearcats, number 8, Landon Barnes.
Landon Barnes with a .440 batting average and a .533 on-base percentage prior to the game. An inside pitch there, leaning away from it was Landon Barnes, as he did not want to get hit by that one. It had some speed underneath of it, and it headed straight to his helmet. A 2-0 count now for Barnes. He does swing at that one. It bounces on the fair side. It hits the left field wall. Barnes is running. He's at second. He rounds second and holds off and stays. He's going to stay at second base, and that's a double to start off the bottom of the 4th inning. On a 2-0 count, he hits a ball, and it drops fair right behind third base.
Bearcats, number 24, Dylan Duran.
That's going to bring out number 24, Dylan Duran, as the next batter for the Bearcats. Duran getting ready to step into the box. He had a .338 batting average prior to the game with a .467 on-base percentage. Duran now in the box, ready to take this pitch from De La Rosa. We have Barnes on second with a healthy leadoff. An inside pitch there from De La Rosa. It's going to bring out a 1-0 count. Dylan Duran, prior to tonight, had 24 hits and 16 RBIs. With the 0-1 count, the pitch is away. That one called ball number 1. A 1-1 count now for Duran. The pitch from De La Rosa is away. Smacked by Dylan Duran. It's going. It's going. It's out of here. A home run for Dylan Duran. Over the left field wall. That's going to be a 2-run home run for Dylan Duran. As he rounds the bases, he's celebrating. He's running into home. He tags up with some celebrations beginning there over in the Aledo dugout as Duran makes his way around the bases and running back to the dugout to celebrate with his teammates. It's kind of an electric pulse right now here in the bottom of the fourth, where we hadn't seen a single run in the 2.5 innings prior. We hadn't seen a run since the bottom of the first. That's going to bring out number 30, the designated hitter, Reed Huffman. Huffman with no outs at all on the field. Nobody on the base either. And Huffman takes strike number 1. Prior to tonight, Reed Huffman had a .349 batting average, a .474 on-base percentage, and he is one of the most productive bats here as De La Rosa throws a 68-mile-an-hour drop ball that drops straight into the strike zone. That's going to bring out strike number 2 for Huffman. The pitch from De La Rosa is away. And a strike 3 there, strikeout against Reed Huffman from De La Rosa. I will give A.J. Humphries some compliments there because that was a really good job framing that pitch. I thought it was a little on the outside, but before you could blink, Humphries had it framed up in the strike zone. That's going to send out number 1, Will Casey, with a .351 batting average to step into the box as he takes strike 1 from De La Rosa. De La Rosa now really coming into his own. He wants to take the mound again tonight. De La Rosa now on the pitch. And a big swing there from Casey to bring out strike number 2. That's going to make it an 0-2 count now for Casey. Will Casey, 27 hits, 22 RBIs, steps back into the box to take this pitch from De La Rosa. He gets it, bounces, flies to second base, running, tagged out at second base, and that's going to be out number 2. Will Casey just couldn't beat the throw from the second baseman to the first base. It had a high bounce on it on that first bounce over De La Rosa's head. Ended up the shortstop on second base throwing to first to get him out. That's going to bring up number 4, Kyle Poindexter. Poindexter with a .347 batting average. Hits it. There's a pop-up. Second baseman's calling it. He's got his glove up, and he catches it to send us to the top of the 5th, where even if the Aledo Bearcats hold the Denton Ryan Raiders to nothing here in the top of the 5th, they will have to bat again because to run rule a team, you have to be up 10-0 or 10 runs on whatever their score is at 4.5 inning mark. So since they did not get 10 runs there on the top or the bottom of the previous 4 innings, then they will have to go bat again and get at least one more run unless the Denton Ryan Raider offense can come alive here for what could be one of our last commercial breaks of the night. I'll be right back live from the Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth broadcast table. Thank you to Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth for sponsoring us here at NTX Varsity Sports and allowing us to travel with the Aledo baseball and softball team as they embark on their postseason run. This week, last night, the Aledo Bearcats beat Pascal in a one-game winner-take-all area round of their playoff run, and so we'll continue with them next week. Tonight begins the journey for the Aledo Bearcat baseball team. Live from the Hiley Mazda Fort Worth broadcast table. We'll be right back after this.
Looking for an SUV that just makes sense? The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is here at Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth. Right now, get low APR financing like 2.9% for 36 months or 3.9% for 60 months. With standard all-wheel drive, premium design, and intuitive tech, the Mazda CX-5 delivers what matters most. And at Hiley Mazda, it's no-nonsense buying, just top-notch service. Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth or HileyMazdaFW.com.
For the Raiders is number 12, Colton Cogdell, as he gets a foul ball on the third base left field side. It lands foul. That's going to bring out strike number 1. Garrett Love looking to have a very quick top of the 5th inning here. Love's pitch is wound up now and away. And there's strike number 2 from Love. An 0-2 count now allows Cogdell to step back into the box. That one kind of hitting the dirt, or the turf rather, before it gets to home plate. Bounces off the catcher's mitt of Whitmire and is going to bring out ball number 1 to make it a 1-2 count. Cogdell back into the box now. Take this pitch from Love. Love's pitch is now wound up, and he looks ready, and it's away. And a big swing there from Colton Cogdell is going to be out number 1 here in the top of the 5th. To everybody that stayed with me so far tonight, thank you. And if this is your first time joining us, welcome to NTX Varsity Sports, a home of quality coverage for North Texas high school sports and a partner of the Worldwide Ranch Productions, with 92.1 Hank FM and 95.9 The Ranch. Thank you for joining us here tonight as we have a foul ball there from Jaden Vela. Vela now calling a timeout, stepping out of the box to tie his shoe. That foul ball is going to make it an 0-1 count now for Jaden Vela, as his shoe is tied and he's ready to step back into the box. Here to take this pitch away from Garrett Love. Love now winding up on this pitch. And there's a high thrown ball to be ball number 1 to make it a 1-1 count for Jaden Vela. Here's the pitch from Garrett Love. And there's going to be ball 2. A little too low for that umpire. He didn't like it. And that's going to make it a 2-2 count now. A 2-1 count, rather. Sorry. And there's the second strike. And that's going to make it a 2-2 count now for Jaden Vela, which this is his second at-bat of the night. I mean, if you want to think about that, this is the 18th at-bat for the Denton Ryan Raiders, and it's the top of the 5th. And a big swing there from Jaden Vela that's going to bring out strike number 3 for out number 2. The Ryan Raiders sending out the back to the top of their lineup, Cooper Gonzalez, number 1, the second baseman. This is his 3rd time batting tonight. He does his pre-bat ritual, steps into the box for what could be the last time of the night from a Denton Ryan Raider. Garrett Love's pitch is wound up and away. A strong fastball thrown down the middle, and that's going to bring out strike number 1 from Love to Gonzalez. Cooper Gonzalez now back in the box. Love's pitch is wound up and away. And there's a big strike number 2. Love wasting no time here on Cooper Gonzalez. A very hard and fast pitch down the middle again. Love now winding up and the pitch is away. And there's a foul ball from Gonzalez to make sure he stays alive. That's going to make it an 0-2 count now for Cooper Gonzalez, the second baseman, as he gets ready to step back into the box, and he does. Looking to take his pitch here from Garrett Love. Love now nodding at a pitch call from Whitmire. Adjusts, and the pitch is away. And there's going to be ball number 1 to make it a 1-2 count now for Cooper Gonzalez. That one bouncing in the turf and crossing over home plate after the bounce. So that's going to be ball number 1, a little bit lower there from Garrett Love than what we've seen. Love's pitch wound up and away. And a big swing there from Cooper Gonzalez is going to be strike number 3. And that's going to send us to the bottom of the 5th, where Aledo, to win the ball game and go to game 2 of this bi-district round as the 1-0, will have to score 1 run here in the bottom of the 5th to send us home here in Justin, Texas at the Northwest High School Baseball Stadium. And a beautiful facility. Thank you to Northwest for having us, for letting us round our power through from the press box to sit behind home plate. Thank you to the fans who have came over and shook my hand, introduced themselves, say they listen to me for softball. Let me know that, hey, you have cousins in Austin, in California, in South Carolina that are listening to the broadcast right now so that they can hear their cousin, their best friend, their grandchild playing in this ball game, whether it be for Denton Ryan or the Aledo Bearcats. That means so much to me from both set of fans that, there's so many family members and community members listening to this right now. Since we got a break, and if you're listening to me still, you should drop in the chat and tell me where you're from. Where are you listening from? I want to know. Say, Parker, I'm listening from Aledo. Or tell me, Austin, Denver. There's about a 20-second delay, so I'll see this here in about 20 seconds. But I'm just super curious if you could drop that in the chat. Let me see where you're from. Give me kind of an idea of who I'm talking to here tonight, live at the Hiley Mazda Fort Worth broadcast table here at Northwest Baseball Stadium. But seriously, no, I think we popped up to 130 viewers at one point. So thank you to everybody listening tonight. That's going to send out number 2, Jackson Lowe's, for his 3rd at-bat of the night. Lowe's now in the box. Takes ball number 1. Jackson Lowe's on the pitch now from De La Rosa. Pitches away. And there's going to be strike number 1 for Lowe's. Lowe's getting to home plate last time he was up. Looking to make a return trip here and send this game to game 2. A high pitch on the inside there from De La Rosa is going to bring out ball number 2. This could be the end of the game here from Lowe's as he takes strike number 2. Good framing there from A.J. Humphreys. That ball was a little on the outside. Humphreys grabbing it quickly to put it back into the strike zone. If you blinked, you missed it. That's going to make it a 2-1 count, or 2-2 count now. An inside pitch there for ball number 3 on Jackson Lowe's. The reason I say they could put it away and send it to game 2 here, the Bearcats, is because we're now at the bottom of the 5th, which means if Aledo leads by 10 runs, the game's over. And a hit there from Jackson Lowe sends it high to right field. Jumping, grabbing is the right fielder on the foul side of the line to bring out number 1. Jackson's ball is caught on the foul side by a big hustle from number 1, Cooper Gonzalez, the right fielder who we just saw hustle over to catch that ball. That's going to bring out number 19. Connor Whitmire Whitmire with a 350 batting average and a 475 on-base percentage. Showing bunt. And it's called foul ball, so that's going to give us an 0-1 count now for Whitmire. Whitmire with 16 hits, 15 RBIs before tonight's game, has 8 extra base hits, including 6 doubles and a home run. We're looking for some of that power here from Whitmire. Inside pitch called strike number 1 to some disagreement. And here's Whitmire with an 0-2 count. And that one kind of low and into the turf beforehand. That's going to make it a 1-2 count for Whitmire. Whitmire now back into the box. Gets a hit. That one's sailing to left field. It's in the air. Out of the glove of the left fielder. It's fair. And that sends Whitmire with a single into left field to first base. And I think that's going to bring out error number 4 for the Denton Ryan Raiders here tonight. That's going to be hit number 7 for the Bearcats. That's going to bring out number 10, Wilson Sinham, back to the top of the lineup here. As he takes an outside pitch. That's going to bring out ball number 1 for Sinham. Sinham knows he's got the game-winning run on the first base right now. He gets a hit. That one pops up. It's going to roll fair. Second base is calling it. Caught by third base. Almost some miscommunication there, but nicely recovered by the third baseman for Denton Ryan. And that's going to bring out number 21, Luke Gladchuk, back up to bat. Gladchuk now on the pitch. Takes a ball as we have Whitmire sliding into second, and he's called safe. It's going to make it a 1-0 count now for Gladchuk. We have a meeting from the head coach of the Denton Ryan Raiders, Coach Chris Slovaka, having a meeting now with the home plate umpire. He didn't like the way something was called, I'm not sure. All I know is that number 21, Luke Gladchuk, with a 1-0 count, looking eager to get back into the box. Not sure what was the result of that meeting, but Whitmire is still on second base. And here's the pitch from De La Rosa to Gladchuk. An inside pitch there, thrown and hit the back of Gladchuk's leg. That's going to send him to first. That's going to be a timeout called by Chris Slovaka, as I think we're switching pitchers now. We are. And we have some infield adjustments happening. We're going to take a quick break while the Denton Ryan Raiders make their adjustments here in the bottom of the 5th. Be right back after this.
Looking for an SUV that just makes sense? The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is here at Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth. Right now, get low APR financing like 2.9% for 36 months or 3.9% for 60 months. With standard all-wheel drive, premium design, and intuitive tech, the Mazda CX-5 delivers what matters most. And at Hiley Mazda, it's no-nonsense buying, just top-notch service. Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth or HileyMazdaFW.com.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back to the Hiley Mazda Fort Worth broadcast table, where we have Caesar, Acosta, Soto on the mound. He's warming up now to give this pitch to what will be number 8, Landon Barnes. All I know is that the game must go on, and rather quickly, because it is starting to rain here at Northwest. There is water falling from the sky. So we have, I think, rather kind of a feel of urgency probably for the remainder of the game, as it is starting to rain here. No lightning, no thunder, just some precipitation, as Landon Barnes steps into the box now to take this pitch from Acosta Soto. And he gets a hit. That one rolling fair. It's sending, and here comes the Aledo runner. And that's the ball game. Number 6, the pinch runner, Kaylor Mazan, running home for the Bearcats. And that's the ball game, folks. 10-0. The bottom of the 5th. Congratulations to the Aledo Bearcats, going up 1-0 here on the Denton Ryan Raiders. The next game is planned to be tomorrow night at 7 p.m. back here at the Northwest Baseball Stadium. For me, I've been Parker Burrows with NTX Varsity Sports, a worldwide ranch production in partnership with 92.1 Hank FM and 95.9 The Ranch. We've been broadcasting live tonight from the Hiley Mazda Fort Worth broadcast table. It's been a blast. With the rain coming on, we're going to cut the post-game show short here, and we'll look to interview some players and coaches tomorrow in the pregame show. For NTX Varsity Sports, I've been Parker Burrows. Thank you for listening to a production of the NTX Varsity Sports program. We'll see you tomorrow night for more Aledo Bearcat baseball.
Looking for an SUV that just makes sense? The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is here at Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth. Right now, get low APR financing like 2.9% for 36 months or 3.9% for 60 months. With standard all-wheel drive, premium design, and intuitive tech, the Mazda CX-5 delivers what matters most. And at Hiley Mazda, it's no-nonsense buying, just top-notch service. Hiley Mazda of Fort Worth or HileyMazdaFW.com.